These are the plaintiffs, Cheryl Ann Daniels and Jay Johnson. They said they put a deposit down on their car, and once they discovered the car had some issues, they changed their minds about buying it. When they asked for their deposit back, the defendant refused. That's totally not fair. They won't let the flim-flam salesman get away with stealing their hard-earned money and causing emotional distress. So they're suing him for the $5,000 they're owed. This is the defendant, Fred DiNapoli. He says he made it very clear to the plaintiffs that once they signed that purchase order for a car, there are no refunds. Once they came to pick the car up, they started saying they were paying too much, and that's when all the trouble began. Well, he's sorry, but a deal is a deal, and he owes nothing. He's accused of not budging.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case in the docket. The plaintiffs plunked down a deposit on the car, had to change a heart when they had issues with the ride. But the defendant says a deal is a deal. It's the case of whip it good.
Thank you, Douglas.
My honor.
Cheryl Ann Daniels and Jay Johnson. You are suing Lopez Motors, LLC, represented here by the sales manager, Fred DiNapoli. Is that who you are?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, for $5,000. 900 of that emotional distress, the rest of it a deposit that you gave on a vehicle that you don't wish to buy. Tell me what happened.
Correct. I had gone into Lopez Motors and I had saw the car from the street. So at that time I went in, I liked the way it looked.
It's pretty.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
What was it?
It was a Ford Escape truck.
Okay.
Actually, it was a 2002. At that time, I just said, well, I like it. And I think my partner would like it too, but I have to wait till he returned.
How long was that wait that you waited?
A week. In the meantime, I left a deposit.
Okay.
The first day I left a deposit for $100.
Did you sign anything?
At that point, I didn't sign anything, but I did get a receipt. Then I went back about 4 days later. I told him I was going to bring him $4,000.
Did you do that?
Yes, I did.
Okay, I'm sure you signed a contract then.
Yes, I did.
Okay, and that's before he comes back from
Right. Actually, it was supposed to be a gift. It was going to be a surprise, you know.
Oh, it was a surprise, all right.
Absolutely.
What did you say when you found out that she had signed a contract?
I want my money.
Because it's your joint money?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness. How long have you two been together?
About 2-3 months.
2-3 months? You already buying a car together? Why don't you guys slow your roll?
No, we were friends. We were friends. We knew each other, so we know.
Wait, are you dating or aren't you?
Yes.
I don't know. Call it, man. Are you dating or aren't you?
Yeah, we somewhat.
Somewhat? All right, let me see what you signed, honey. What happened here? She bought the car?
She bought the car.
No, I did not buy the car. What I did is
I'll be the judge of
I
that.
did sign it.
You did sign what?
The contract for the vehicle.
To buy the car?
Yes. However, he also said that he could insure me. I said, well, I don't have a license.
Wait, you don't have a license? Why are you buying a car? Is that why you didn't test drive it?
Actually, I had somebody to test drive it that was with me, but she said since it's for Jay, let him test drive his own vehicle.
So why didn't you just not buy it until Jay got back from wherever adventure he was at? I don't understand.
Actually, it was going to be a surprise. It was my birthday, and I wanted a car.
Oh, so it was a surprise for him or you?
It was a surprise for him, however.
On your birthday? Wait, it was a surprise for him on your birthday? You wanted
he
a
was
car?
giving me the cash. So I wanted to spend this cash on a vehicle. So at that time, when they in the state of Connecticut, they could register it with just a state ID. However, you cannot give me insurance without a state ID. But I did receive Progressive insurance. I have the insurance.
Progressive's not going to insure you if you have a suspended license. Why is your license suspended? Yeah, no, as soon as they figure it out.
They insured her because Lopez Motors' wife works for Progressive.
How'd you get insurance for somebody with a suspended license?
Fraudulent.
We didn't get him insurance. I don't know.
Yes, you did.
The paperwork is right
here. The paperwork is paid. I paid $500 to Lopez
because
for the insurance.
How did she get insurance if her license is suspended?
She asked us, you know, could we refer her someplace to get insurance, and we gave her several places that she could go to.
Were you part of this transaction or weren't you?
Never saw.
No, ma'am.
Okay, where's the guy who was this part of this transaction?
Neither one of them is
They're
there.
not here right now. Bottom line, Your Honor, is that if you look on the purchase order, and it was very clearly
I
explained
got
to
it.
her.
I know how to do this.
Okay.
I've read the contract. I'd like to know what happened on that day at that discussion.
Okay. Mr. Johnson here actually has nothing to do with this because he is not even on this contract.
Well, tell me what happens. He gets back into town, and then what?
When he gets back into town, I said, honey, you told me I could use $5,000, so I bought a car.
For myself, but it's a surprise for you. Surprise!
He said, I thought you were going to plan a trip for us. I said, but I am with the car.
Yeah.
So he
It'd be
said,
a
well,
road
let me go
trip.
see this car. So at that time he said, well, what did you do?
Was he mad already or no?
He was mad already.
I don't blame him.
He was mad already.
So what did you do?
So I started talking to Lee about the car. So they let me test drive it. And it was a piece of junk. No brakes, oil chain needed. Everything they said they would repair, they never did. I asked them for my money back. It's not my truck. She never took possession of it.
What do you think? Did you read this?
Yeah, I read that.
What
But
am I
I didn't
supposed to do
sign
with
it.
this? I know you didn't sign that,
wouldn't have
baby.
signed that
I
either.
know you didn't sign that, but this is a typical retail sales contract for the purchase of a car. What am I supposed to do with this?
How can he sell her a car with no license, though? And
You
she
can sell
has
a car to
no-
somebody who doesn't have a license.
She has no
She's just not
license.
supposed to be driving it.
Right.
And you do know what you signed says that you're buying the car, what? What are the
As
two little
is.
words?
As is.
As is.
However,
The vehicle is sold as is. This means you will have to pay for any repairs needed after the sale.
What a
If we've
fool.
made any promises to you, the law says we must keep them, even if we sell it as is. To protect yourself, ask us to put all promises in writing. Are there any promises in writing that you say they failed to meet? You were
Well-
starting to say something about things they were supposed to
They were
fix.
supposed to fix the oil. They told her they would fix the oil.
Is that in
the
writing?
bumper.
Is that in writing anywhere?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Your Honor, it's all been taken care of. We safety check every one of our vehicles that
Did
are
you
put
fix
through
the
the
oil?
shop.
Was there some talk about the oil in the bumper?
It was change the oil before delivery.
How much is left on the deal, including financing, after this deposit?
$3,600.
$3,600. And the car's book value is what?
69 and change off the top of my head.
Yeah, we'll get it. 2002 Ford Escape.
Your Honor.
Let's
Let
talk
me-
about the issue at hand,
Let me
which is that you
ask.
signed a contract you regret signing.
Right, and
But how am I going to treat you differently than every other red-blooded American who comes in front of me who signs a contract? I don't want that car to be, quote, repossessed and taken from you. I want you to be able to go through with your purchase of the car. And then if you want to sell the car, somebody else, obviously, if you can't register it, then someone else is going to have to register it. It doesn't make a difference to me what you do. Your problems, the fact that your license is suspended and you choose to buy a car anyway, doesn't mean that they can't enforce a contract against you. Those are your issues. This was an impulsive move on your part. Hopefully there's a lot more to you, and I'm sure there is, than this one error of your life. This is the worst error you ever commit in your life. We're doing great, okay? So hopefully this is a good man who's going to forgive you for this problem.
A simp.
And we're going to move on from here and try to figure out what we can do to put you in a position where you don't lose that money. The one issue in front of me right now is whether or not this is enforceable, and I find that it is enforceable. You're going to need to pick up that car and make the payments because it's your car.
The car isn't ready to be picked up.
The car is ready to
I'm
be
going to,
picked
no,
up.
we're done. We're done. I'm going to give you, is 2 weeks reasonable?
That's
So
reasonable.
that they can come up with the June payment?
Yes.
All right, at that point, if they have chosen not to pick up the car, then your dealership has the right to proceed with whatever the contract says. You have a right to proceed,
Right.
technically repossessing the car from your own lot and proceeding to sell it and do whatever else you need to do. I'm gonna
Because
give you-
Mammy never read the
Okay.
contract.
I'm sorry, but this is, I didn't sign it.
The judge has given the plaintiff 2 weeks to pick the car up. What are you going to do?
But you're gonna get it, huh?
You're going to get it?
We have no choice at this point. We're not
Your
gonna lose
license
our
is
money.
clear, right?
Yes, it is, and
All
if not, Mr. Johnson has a clear license.
Okay. Do you forgive her for...
Yeah, he's going to be held accountable. And look at this old simp.
All right, good luck with this thing, okay?
That's right.
Okay.
Mammy had a little simp,
All right, so come on,
little
let's,
simp,
let's
little
go through your mind
simp.
here.